I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I get it. And I do appreciate police officers because I mean I've had to call them before in my life. I've had them call on me before in my life. But to say that they're brave, I mean, come on. They have a gun. They have bulletproof vests. They have laws behind them. You can't strike them. You can't shoot them. You can't defend yourself against them physically in any way. Because if you do, yeah, it's a bigger crime and you have to go through years, months of fucking court battles. You have to prove yourself. Let me tell you something. When I was 16 years old, I was at an apartment complex in the city I was born in, and we were drinking tequila. I was with some immigrants. I was drinking tequila with the worm. Back in, you had the worm, and they taught me into eating the worm. And you all know the oh, the worm will mess you. Anyway, some big bodied individual upstairs, female, was upset because we were loud. She called the police. When the cops come, they yanked me out of the crowd and said, "Is this the one?" She said, "Yeah." And I was, I had choice words. I was drunker than hell on tequila. They went to put me in the police car. And these were detectives. These weren't even cops. Or cops. Like, they weren't street patrol. They were in plain clothes, but in a cop car. And anyway, they slammed my head against the door, where it closes and connects or whatever, and chipped my tooth. Still chipped to this day. And I said, jokingly, because I was a drunk teenager, I didn't think I stood a chance against any of these guys. Don't get it in your head that I thought I was just being a smartass. I said, "Oh, now I gotta call my lawyer." Okay. They didn't like that shit. They put me in the car. And when I got in the car and they got in the car, they immediately turned around and started punching me in the face. They just started punching me in the face. They took me a couple blocks away in handcuffs behind my back, dragged me out. I still got scars on my elbows. Dragged me out of the car, beat the shit out of me. I'm still a minor. I'm not even an adult. And I wasn't even being aggressive, or I was just smart mouth. They get me to the police station, and they stand me in front of the desk sergeant. Back then, we used to have desk sergeants, and but they weren't necessarily sheriffs, I guess. They wore the black and blue uniform. Anyway, I'm standing in front of him, and I'm busted up. And I tell him, "Man, these guys beat the hell out of me." And he got mad at me because I was drunk and I was beaten, and I kept falling forward. I couldn't hold my balance. And he come around and choked the shit out of me. I'm still a juvenile, by the way. They put me in to the new juvenile facility they had just built. When I woke up in the morning, the sheriff's detention officer walked in with my breakfast on a tray, spit in the shit, and threw it on the fucking floor. Now, being as I'm juvenile, they made me do 8 hours or so because they have to for public intox, but signature bond for me to get out so my mom could just come and sign. If I don't go to court, well, That day, my mother and I went to every big time lawyer in our city, Ron Fields, Stephen Tabor, went to all of them. They all told me the same thing. It doesn't matter what you say. We won't take the case because police report says that you were disorderly and you were trying to fight them. So that's all that matters. So when I hear phrases like police are brave and it is a job choice. They're not, this ain't Krypton. They're not bred to be defenders of the public. They choose it. It is a choice, and it's usually chosen by alpha males or ex-military who, and I say alpha males loosely, because these guys are not alpha, they're just bigger and stronger, and they beat you up with no repercussion. And that's the fact of it. Thin blue line. Hey, you chose to be a police officer. For whatever reason it may be. It may be good, it may be bad, you chose. That's like looking at a Marine and going, why are you anti-war? And he says, because I've seen it. These people ain't seen, they're just high school bullies who found a way to continue being bullies. They'll invade your home without warrants. They'll beat you up. They will take away, if they think they can get away with it for half a second, they will take every right you got constitutionally and throw it in the trash. And at least in my city, it is your word against theirs, and that's it. You have no defense unless you have a Ring camera or something, that no lawyer in Arkansas will take your case. Hardly no lawyer in Arkansas will take your case of brutality against the police. They just won't. Because it's all a system. They want to get you in prison because they make more money off these private prisons, and it's like $140 a day per person, even to keep you in county. And half time you don't get a mattress, you don't get a blanket, you don't get shit. You sleep on a roll of toilet paper for a pillow. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, cops, not all cops, are brave. They're just emboldened by their gunning badge.